Hello, Nicholas. I am very busy, can't chat right now. Okay, ich dachte, er war irgendein Charakter für die Minen-Quest, den ich dahingehend anhauen könnte, aber ist wohl jetzt erstmal nur ein NPC, der nichts weiter zu sagen hat. Na gut. Konsole. Kann ich nicht ran. Vielleicht ist es aber auch, weil er gerade dort steht. Sonst sehe ich da jetzt erstmal nichts. Jetzt läuft er wieder weg, jetzt probiere ich es mal. Ja. Oh, blockiert euch doch nicht auf der Treppe. Nein! Okay, er geht woanders lang. Weil ich hier auf der Treppe stand, läuft die KI jetzt wahrscheinlich hier hinten rum. Ja, es ist das harte Factory Life. You assume this console is used to control the furnace, but you have no idea how to operate it. Na gut. Vielleicht besser so. Ohne Plan mit geschmolzenem Metall zu hantieren. Ist vielleicht auch nicht so die beste Idee. Hoch oder dort? Ich gehe mal nach oben, wo ich gerade hier bin. Wenig los hier. Da ist wieder eine Konsole, die ich aber eigentlich auch nicht anfassen sollte. Lass ich erstmal. Also da kann ich jetzt irgendwie das Förderband hier beeinflussen. Aber wer weiß, was ich damit anstelle. Geht hier in... Boah, keine Ahnung, wie das funktionieren soll. Hier geht's wieder runter. Andere Map. Vorher aber doch lieber hier nochmal alles genau anschauen. Da ist Bernard. Vielleicht weiß er was. Hallo Bernard. You find the man working on the giant furnace which is towering over the whole area. In fact, it seems like he is attempting to repair the furnace, and judging by his quiet swearing, he doesn't appear to have had any success so far. You see him use different tools, try out various parts, but no success. Suddenly he stops working and tilts his head slightly to the side without actually turning around. A moment later, he picks up a large wrench and continues the repairs. And that's when he speaks to you. Can I help you? What are you doing there? I think it's obvious what I'm doing. He puts down his tools and turns around, wiping the sweat off his forehead and transferring it onto his already filthy overalls. I'm Bernard. Do you need something specific, or are you just making small talk? I have some important questions. Go ahead then. By the way, your name is... Lady. Go ahead. What you want to talk about? So, how are the repairs on the furnace coming along? You mean Gloria? Her name's Gloria. It's a lovely name, I like it. Ah, here you. Finally someone agrees with me. I've been trying to explain it for years to people. Gloria means glory, and this old girl and I have had our fair share of it. She served with me for many, many, many years. And now she's a cold, lifeless piece of junk. Oh Gloria, why couldn't I have died before you so I don't have to suffer like this? Why can't you repair the furnace? It's a weird electrical problem. I think I know exactly what causes it, but whatever I do somehow seems wrong. What's worse, that bastard up there said she's old, draws too much power from the system and is just not useful anymore, because we have better ones now. I'm talking about you, Marshal. He raises a clenched fist in the air. When Gloria broke down, our beloved mayor personally instructed everyone not to bother repairing her. He turns towards the large furnace. But I'm not breaking my pick. I'll find some way to fix you, I will. What can you tell me about Foundry? You came all the way here to ask me that? Well, I don't know. The air is extremely polluted for sure, you know what I mean? Just inhale it. He takes a deep breath and then starts coughing. See what I mean? He coughs again. You all hear a lot of them people coughing and sounding like they have jackhammers in their throats. But the pay is good, which attracts people, and the bandits can't reach her. And my Gloria is here. Can you tell me anything about the mine creatures? I've heard some scary stories about them things, you know. After the mine was closed, some folks started going missing. The mine entrances are guarded well, yet the creatures somehow still manage to slip past them. Some say that's nothing to do with the creatures, but the recent increase in crime rate. I mean, the prison is getting fuller and fuller, but I'm not so sure. You need to take care in any case. Okay. Also mag seine Maschine hier sehr. Er nennt sie Gloria, aber er kann sie nicht reparieren. Hat jetzt aber auch keine Quest ausgelöst oder so. Foundry Plans, yep. Oder? Quest? Nee. Dann gehe ich doch mal hier runter. Oder soll ich hier mal dran rumspielen? Lieber nicht. Erstmal alles auskundschaften, vielleicht kriege ich da eine Idee dafür, was das bringen soll. So, jetzt sind wir in einer Cave-artigen Gegend. Das wird wohl die Mine sein. Die Map ist auch nicht mehr komplett aufgedeckt. Wobei es ja hieß eigentlich, man kommt nicht rein. Ein Obsidian Shard, ja. Also wundert mich jetzt ein bisschen, dass ich einfach reinlaufen kann. Wenn das denn die Mine ist. Ich hätte jetzt Wachen davor erwartet und so weiter. Ich guck mal, wo ich hier rauskomme. Wahrscheinlich ist das jetzt die Steelworks Map. Nein. Der Jackhammer. Die kann ich eigentlich alle hier lassen. Okay, hier sind Wachen. Marcos. The miner gestures you to stop. This chubby white-shouldered man lets out a single long and highly abrasive sounding cough, much akin to a train passing through a tunnel that is too narrow, grinding its way through, before being able to address you. Hey you don't want to go into the mine. The entrance has been closed. Why is it closed? Some nasty creatures have shown up. Trust me, you don't want to go there. Are you Marcos Bunty, the mining supervisor? Yeah, that's me. Who are you? Flyly, nice to meet you. Yeah, what you need? Can you tell me something about yourself? I can tell you that's none of your business. More questions? Foundry? Good old Foundry? It's not as bad in here as some people say. What folks don't understand is you can't have everything in life. Folks want the cleanest air and water in Underrail. Armed troops protecting them from ironheads, easy jobs and lots of coins. Well, excuse me, I'm golden here. Mining can fill a hard-working man's pockets really well, if you're careful around the mine or the metalworks. Talking from years of experience here. You just have to be clever and take care not to die. Drink only Claude's clean water, wear your respirators at all times, as well as your protective gear when you're digging. That sort of stuff. Then, when you earn a lot of coin and finally get tired of Foundry, move to Core City and live like an oligarch. Well, most. Can't tell me anything about the mine creatures? Look man, I shouldn't talk about that. I don't want to be responsible for spreading any rumors, so my mouth is shut until the Foundry guard deals with this whole situation. Dig what I mean? But your major sent me here to talk to you. Major? Oh, I see. The big boss wants you to convince me to use explosives in the mines to stop the Rockies. I know, we already talked about it, but my answer is still the same. No can do. It'd collapse half of the damn mine and set us back by who knows how many months. I know this mine like the back of my palm. It's every nook and cranny. And I know that a detonation would hurt us more than them creatures. Using explosives should be the last option. Stick? Don't you already use explosives in mining? Well, yeah, but the part of the mine where we found the rookies is extremely unstable and not suited for explosives. We've got some huge cracks going across the ceiling in that area, so it doesn't take a genius to figure out what would happen. We haven't had the time to secure it, and won't thanks to the stupid rookies. I see. What can you tell me about the creatures themselves? Well, I personally never saw one of those things, but the guardsmen who did told me they've got a shell made completely out of rock. I've also heard that there is a bigger rock creature that is the real reason why the foundry guard can't clean the mine. The small ones, while not exactly friable, are not that tough, but the big daddy is, like, pretty much invulnerable. That's what I heard. Marcos then removes one of his gloves, pulling it off one finger at a time to reveal a huge, rough-skinned hand with dirty, chipped nails. He continues with a one-sided smile. Now I bet no one mentioned them funny-looking worms to you, huh? He proceeds to imitate vermicular movement with his index finger, moving it a few centimeters to the left with each wave of motion. Right? No. What kind of worms? But of course, the big boss failed to mention that little detail. I think you'll find what I'm about to tell you quite useful. Listen. Several months ago, we found chromite deposits in the mine. So far, we've mostly mined iron, titanium and stuff like that, but no chromium. So, we started digging in that direction. Along the way, we found strange patches of chromite, or you get chromium from, that had them worms in it. You know, miners would drill the ore and worm with drills for heads would come out of it. Never seen anything like it before. Weird stuff, I'm telling you. The worms would just get out of there and be on their way, never bothering us or anything. Now, after the Rockies attacked us, some guardsmen who went deeper in the mine told us the worms were all over the caves. I think it's all connected somehow. Maybe the Rockies feed on the worms, or maybe it's something else, I don't know. Thought I should tell you that. That's all I got for you. Tell Marshall we are not using explosives, right? Okay, also neben diesen Steinkreaturen gibt es wohl auch noch irgendwelche kleinen Würmer, die womöglich mit dem Vorfall zusammenhängen. Is there anyone here in Foundry that can inspect the worms from the mine? A biologist of some kind, expert in his field preferably. An expert? Nope. A biologist like zoologist or similar? Highly doubt it. There ain't much work for biologists in here, being that this is, well, Foundry. Someone could have stopped by at the bar or visit a relative, but other than that, nope. In the end, I think you're gonna have to seek help from someone outside Foundry. Then I think my best option is to make a trip back to SGS and see Quinton. There you go, damn friable throat. So, anything else you got to ask me? Okay. Also ich sollte diese Würmer mal mitnehmen zu Quinton in SGS. Habe ich das auch als Quest? Ja, okay. Und ich brauche natürlich irgendein Sample von den Kreaturen. Anstrengend. Wollte eigentlich, wie gesagt, wieder nach Rail Crossing gehen. Jetzt drehe ich mich hier doch stark im Kreis. Oh, da war gerade Olivia, mit ihr muss ich noch sprechen. Wegen dieser Ehemann-Betrugsquest. Ja gut, ich schaue mich mal weiter um. Und mal schauen, wie weit ich komme, wie schwierig die Kreaturen sind wahrscheinlich. Ich werde wahrscheinlich schon mein Glück probieren, wenn ich schon mal hier bin. So, hier ist noch jemand, Sabin. At first, the tall guard responds to your approach with silence. The uniformed nature of all Foundry guardsmen makes it difficult for you to discern any distinct features, but in this case one jumps into view like a mindshroom in the dark. His damaged shield bears wounds of a relentless attack that can only be attributed to a wild savage creature. Large scratches, dense and dried blood streaked the shield as if it was a canvas left at the mercy of a deranged painter. And the shield's outer rim has numerous bite marks on it that seem to have been caused by the malicious motion of powerful jaws. Also war wahrscheinlich schon im Kampf mit den Kreaturen, so wie aussieht. Your inspection comes to a halt when the guard utters a simple word. Yes? Can you tell me anything about the mine creatures? First, it's very unsafe to be in this area and you should leave. Second, I can't speak about it, it's classified. It's alright, Chief Banner sent me here to talk to you about the current situation. I see, well in that case my name is Saban, but almost everyone here calls me Sapke. Sapki. Keine Ahnung. Sapki this, I'm Flatty. Pleased to meet you, Flatty. Now listen up. His voice undergoes a few subtle changes, becoming drier and somewhat distant. After our miners first encountered the Bladelings, a group of us was sent inside the mine to deal with the creatures. While the reports implied they were unusual in appearance, only when we encountered them did we realize how strange these creatures actually were. Sure, they had 4 legs, 2 eyes, mouth, the usual. But their shells were made of hardened rock, fused with their bodies, with metallic blades protruding from their backs. It was an unreal sight. Why do you call them Bladelings? One of the guardsmen gave them that name. We were clearing the mine together and he named the creatures like that because of the blades on their back. He called them Rockies, then Little Blades, and then finally Bladelings. The name Bladeling kinda stuck. Can you tell me about your encounter with the beast? Yes, the beast, that bloody creature was responsible for the death of 9 guardsmen, 9 of my dear friends. It looks similar to Bladelings in general appearance, but is much bigger, with longer back blades and a much thicker shell. In fact, its shell was so thick nothing we used could penetrate it. Fire, bullets, high explosives. The beast shrugged it off like we were throwing marbles at it. It, on the other hand, had no trouble doing damage to us. By pure luck I was the only one who had managed to escape with my head still sitting on my shoulders. This shield here, it served as a reminder. Do you think it's the only one or could there be more? So far we've only seen one, luckily. It was one of the dormant caves deeper past the mine. It appeared to be very old with, as I've said, much thicker shell than the smaller ones. Also it was riddled with scars. It was tough, like a boulder rolling towards you. If there are more like that, well, we're in a lot of muck. Whatever the case may be, I will hunt down that creature and end its existence. I feel it. Okay, das hatte ich schon. It's very brave of you to be at the first line of defense after what happened to your friends. Look, I've worked with those men for years. We fought Ironheads, Raiders and whatnot. Not for a second was I in any doubt that my back wasn't safe whenever chaos ensued. And I know they felt the same. It is a special connection and trust burned into you by the hot branding iron of combat. Seeing them die there saddens me and infuriates me. If I could strangle the beast with my own hands and shove this shield down its throat, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'm here because I'm waiting for it to come to me. That's the spirit. That's my duty, Slightly. Do you know anything about the worms in the mine? I remember those things. They had strange heads shaped like drills, but they weren't aggressive, so we usually paid no attention to them. We had bigger problems to deal with. Some of the guys did shoot them or step on a few that hadn't had the time to find a hiding place. In any case, they were no threat to us at the time. Das war das Gleiche, ne? Ja. That's all I needed to know, thank you. Okay. Also ich muss wahrscheinlich selber einfach mal reingehen und gucken, ob ich so einen Wurm irgendwie mitnehmen kann oder so einen einzelnen kleinen Bladeling vielleicht raussnipen kann.